Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This will be the last video I will put up for Halloween Cup with this rotation. I did manage to go on a 19 game win streak with this game. Last couple of sets, which this set is the last one I'll do, were rough, 1-4 each. I won't show the first one. That one I definitely made some mistakes, but in this one, you're in for a treat. You're gonna see so much lag and or other problems that are clearly not on my end unless I just don't know technology. So let's get right into these battles. Alrighty, solid lead. We're going in, Drapion Frost last. We all know how this matchup typically goes. Excuse me. I generally prefer to go on CMP tie, even though I'm going to lose. At least they don't sneak in a powder snow, typically speaking. Unless, of course, the game decides to just, be how it's been for a while. I don't recommend shielding the first crunch just because there is that chance for a debuff, similar to how you wouldn't shield the first Night Slash, because you never know if you get that, if the opponent or yourself get that boost, and it's just like, it's rough when you get it. I do manage to snipe down with Sableye, so this is very nice. The next is Umbreon. Alright, not the worst, especially since we're up a shield, and we're just going to go straight return. With the Azumarill, if you manage to hit return on the first try, then you can arguably go for foul play just because, one, it's kind of baiting because it will still live, typically depending on the defense and HP IVs. But with Umbreon, you just want to go straight return. It is not worth trying to bait, especially when you're up a shield, because if they call the bait, then yeah, it's just rough. Do I shield? Yeah, I do shield because I managed to get to the next return. So yeah, definitely gonna do that. All right, they did shield my first return, so this will cause a very reasonable amount of damage when you think about Umbreon. See what I mean? Don't even try baiting. And then they decided to surrender. So don't even know what was in the back. Good game to my opponent. Very well played. All right, on to the next battle. We got Drapion again versus Frostlass. So many Frostlass leads. Not the biggest fan of Frostlass on the lead. I have tried that myself, and obviously there could be a meta where Frostlass is just amazing on the lead. It definitely functions better on the back, whether it's a safe swap or a closer. And definitely energy advantage, in my experience, is more advantageous than a shield advantage. Especially if it's, if you're 2-to-1 shields and you're like one powder snow short of a double avalanche. That's just typically worth, it's worth the energy over the shield deficit, in my opinion. Alrighty, they did swap into Drapion, not surprising. Since Sableye is such a solid counter, and then of course Frostlass, if a mine is ahead, is also solid against opposing Frostlasses. So I'm just staying with Drapion, going straight crunch, hoping for the debuff. Obviously, Aqua Tail would be kind of nice in the mirror, but especially with Shadow, I don't find the difference in damage to be worth it. So yeah. Do I? Yep, I let it go now. Yep, I think I come in with Frostlass. Typically I do, but I have done Sableye, which apparently I do in this case. So yeah. Alrighty then. Randomly go for the crunch, not surprising. Right, then we got a Azumarill here, so going for return. Because obviously they're not going to bring in their Frostlass. They're just not. Righty, I don't believe I shield. Not surprising. They bring in with Frostlass. And of course, I have to call the bait correctly. I don't. I think this one I don't call it correctly. I just was like, yeah, nope, goodbye, and that's a good game to my opponent. Very well played. On to the next game. Drapion leader versus Scizor. All right, so Scizor has a slight advantage when it comes to fast moves, but I do stay in just because I don't have a solid, a totally solid response to Scizor. Let alone, of course, Frostlass does not want to have to deal with the bullet punches. They go for X Scissor. I'm going for Crunch. Most people tend to shield Scizor, in my opinion. Honestly, I think there's a case to be made where you don't have to, just because Poison Stinks are going to do nothing. I do attempt to snipe. They do swap out to Azumarill. I do shield because I'm at the return. Like, it's like just got to go for it. Um, most people are baiting with Ice Beam first time, which, is to be expected, but you don't want to risk getting hit by a Play Rough. Right here I go for the bait, because it is low enough where maybe I just need one more Shadow Claw. They do shield, which is great. I go for another one right away, see what they want to do. Do they want to shield? Do they want to try to survive it and get to the move? Who knows? They do shield it. And then I do decide to swap into Drapion, catch the charge move, because I can farm down with Sableye, no problem now, unless I want to come in with the Frost Slash, which is a possibility. What do I come in? Okay, just come in with a Sableye again. Yeah, that's the risk you take when you kind of blind swap and just kind of come in right away, especially when their Switch Clop isn't even like in use yet. So I'm just gonna let the foul play go. This is an uphill battle because I only have one shield. Um, 2 avalanches with the powder snow should be relatively enough to knock out the Embryon. I know I'm gonna have to take one foul play regardless. So that it's just how it is. Obviously, I'm going to shield. There is no question here. Going for avalanche number 1 for all the powder snow damages. Oh yeah, this. I am tapping. I promise you, I'm tapping. And I'm thinking it might have been my Wi-Fi. I don't even notice the cast thing is even on right there. So I'm just like trying to check, see what's going on here. Because as you'll notice, there's only like a couple minutes left in this video here. And that was the third match, I think, was of the 5. So it's like these next 2 battles are going to go very quickly, and you're going to see why. Right, I am tapping. Yet you don't see it. I promise you I'm tapping. I like you don't even see, like I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. And this one I just like get out of there because I'm just like I'm already so far behind that I just decide to forfeit the match. Like that's when I noticed my screencast is on. I was just like, how did that happen? I don't know why. So, but the game was being really weird also at the same time. And it looks like that was the final match. Okay, like I lost track. How about that? But like, yeah, you can see I was tapping. I promise you. I later did a battle with just like one of the team leaders, like Spark and those guys, and it was working just fine. So I was like, this to me is clearly not on my end. It is on the server end. I'm not sure what happened. Um, but yeah, it's just this was ridiculous in my opinion. So that was just a rough set. Pardon, I was like, again, I'm new to this, so just kind of learning when to pause or stop videos altogether. But yeah, no, I just want you guys to see this. Like Niantic, please try to fix your game. Obviously, if it was just one match, like every 100, let's just say arbitrarily, like it's gonna happen. We all know this, but like with the frequency these are with these, with all players in general, it's just very frustrating to watch. Um, thankfully, it's not the worst in the universe that was happening now with the season of Spice, so Elo does not matter. Um, so yeah, just always be watching your internet connection in case it was related to that. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.